beautiful, like radiant, glowing skin. And then a nice pop of color on the lips. You can absolutely interchange this with like a wing liner if you want for a very classic style, but got a blemish there, got to cover that up. But I think this trend, I mean, it comes and goes. It's always a staple. And definitely if you're a makeup artist, this is just a great look to learn and to have kind of in your arsenal because it is so beautiful. Yeah, it's very Hollywood. It's very starlit. It's really, really beautiful. And it's even easier to accomplish. So we're going to do that. And I know you know like what I'm talking about. It's where somebody has like just this amazing looking glow to their skin. I mean, their skin is vibrant, healthy. It's very smooth almost. Like you can see that the skin is just healthy, just beautiful. And then you have this beautiful berry, maybe a red color on the lips. So you can wear a foundation with this look. I think that's great. I am going to be wearing a concealer, which is what I'm wearing now. What I also applied off camera, just to make sure I had time for it to dry, was Fix Plus, aka just a setting spray or a moisturizing spray. I normally don't have to do this because my skin is always very hydrated, but sometimes, like if I go to the gym earlier in the day, before I put my makeup on, my skin just doesn't have that same like beautiful oiled glow that it does if I just wake up and start putting my makeup on. So sometimes that's a bit of a drag, but you can see what it does to your skin already. So this is just my regular moisturizer, Fix Plus, or a moisturizing spray, and then my concealer. And the concealer that I'm using is the concealer I always use. Thank you, Clinique, for making it because it's amazing. The Even Better All Over Concealer plus Eraser. Those are two different colors. I just use one of them. But I really don't know. I feel like I'm losing my tan. And then I'll see myself like on camera. I'm like, no, actually I still look okay. So I just keep using the darker one until it starts looking crazy. Yeah. I am not normally doing this type of look either because the eyes are incredibly minimal. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be some of this concealer. Then it's going to be mascara. I can't even talk yet. So, you know me, I'm going all out on the eyes or nothing. So it's actually a great look for me to do because it's so different than everything else on my channel. I hope you guys had a really great weekend. If you don't know, I live in Australia, so it's already Monday. And I love Mondays. I love the morning. I love doing stuff in the morning. I love getting up early. I love just, yeah, I just love the morning. I love the start of the week. I love Mondays. I love getting all of my stuff done early in the week. And then just, yeah, I don't know. I just find it very fun. I find it very relaxing. Yeah, I just have tons of fun on Mondays. And I like to just do it all. I want to do everything all at once. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing today. Okay, now we're going to kind of breeze through our normal face complexion routine because our complexion routine is really the same every day. I want it to be glowy. I want it to be natural. I want it to look like I am lit from within. I also want it to flatter my face shape. I'm putting my bronzer, not a contour, a bronzer, on my cheekbones where I want natural color, subtle definition, but I already have, you can see that contour on my cheek. So an oblong, narrow face person might not have to contour. If you want to, do it, but don't feel obligated because, yeah, you don't have to. Great if you don't, great if you do. Okay, going right over. I like to kind of create a pretty broad area of where I am bronzing. I always bronze under my eye too. It's just a habit. I just can't stop. Even that out and then go on my eyelid again. The reason why I'm doing my eyelid as well is because it just creates such a very seamless, cohesive glow across my entire face. Okay, so it doesn't look like the sun didn't hit me on my eyelids, because this look is really supposed to look like I naturally look like this. It's supposed to look like I went out in the sun, I was on vacation, I got some great color, and yeah, now I'm ready to go out to dinner. Popped on a lipstick and that's it. So just remember that too when you're trying to accomplish certain makeup techniques. Think about it from a logical standpoint of what would it really look like if I actually looked like this. If I put bronzer or color here, would it look like I was out in the cold? Would it look like I was out in the sun? Would it give me an all over glow? Would it make me look more contoured? You know, kind of have to think of these things because it makes sense. And then it ends up portraying a more realistic picture to whoever might be looking at you. Or if you're just looking at yourself, like, wow, I believe that. That looks great. And since we are going to be using more of a red lipstick today, I can't wait for you to see this red. It's really beautiful. It's actually, I think, probably my favorite red that I've ever worn. I wore this red for months and months and months and loved it. And then of course, stopped wearing red because I'm not really a lips person because my lips are a lot smaller than a normal person. I don't know. They're just small. So I don't really like to draw too much attention to them. I'd rather do something to my eyes. But again, that's why this look is so fun, because it's something different. And what I was going to say is, since we're wearing more of a red lip, we're doing a brighter blush because we want this pink red look to kind of really pop off the page. We want it to be bright. We want it to convey this really ethereal sort of look. So you look at this glow that I have on my skin now. I mean, it's everywhere. This glow is really beautiful. So I'm going to put a little bit more here, just right under the eye, just there. I'll blend it out. That's going to hopefully brighten my under eyes, because I do have deep set eyes. So I want to make sure that my eyes are bright and really pop off the page. Put that. Oh, by the way, I was using the Tom Ford shade and Illuminate. They did reformulate it, but it's the same packaging, still looks the same. I think they just extended the shade range. I'm wearing Intensity 1. And then this is the Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks in the color Pale Pink. The best. The absolute best. You can use whatever colors you have, but just remember, like I said, we want glowy skin. We want a very beautiful pink, ethereal, youthful skin. So I like that. I like the sound of that. Okay, now we are going to go in with just a little bit more concealer. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I just want to brighten up here, and then I want to brighten here as well. Okay, but instead of I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just show you. When we blend this out, instead of working up, I'm going to work my way down because I want to sculpt this cheek. I don't want it to disappear. So pull that down. You can do a little bit of blending, but you shouldn't have to. And see how that just gives me a little bit more room? Down, down, down. This really shouldn't take you any more than 10 minutes in the morning, but you know, we love to draw out the process here. And just chit chat, enjoy the process of putting on our makeup. There's no rush here, okay? So do you see how that just raised my cheekbones instead of having my blush down here as well, which is great if you have more of a rounder face shape because you might not have such length as I do, but I have a lot of blank space from here to here. So if I have my blush kind of here, that's just going to make me kind of look not very shapely. It's going to cover a lot of blank space. So I want my blush to be centered up here, bring me up and out, make me look nice and youthful, give me these nice little cherub chubby cheeks, and kind of keep it like that instead of making me look drawn down, which can be very easy to do. I'm going to keep this brightening concealer just in the darkest area of my eyes, which is kind of right here on top of my cheekbone. And you see that as well? That gives me still that pinkness, but it really brightened right underneath. So I look nice and youthful, glowing, happy, healthy. Woohoo! All right, I want to talk about the glow as well. So do you see how we have a lot of radiance? But the radiance doesn't necessarily have a color to it. It doesn't have a pink shimmer. It's not a gold shimmer. It's just a natural radiance that you would get from a cream product. If you don't naturally get that from your cream products, that's fine. You can always add something like this, which is from Tom Ford, which is great to use as well. But you really should be able to achieve this just from adding anything cream to your face and having a nice natural glow and being hydrated. So make sure that you really hydrate your skin beforehand, like I said, or if you want to add some extra glow, you can do that too, which is fine. But if you just don't want to keep layering stuff, you definitely don't have to. Will I cover this blemish even more, or will I make it a beauty mark? Oh, see, look at that. That gives you that three-dimensional glow. It doesn't make you look like you have a mask on. It doesn't make you look like you are Mario in the Nintendo version where you're just 1D. You have no other life to you. So yeah, it looks really good. Really, really good. Okay. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do now is we're going to play around with some dimensions when it comes to powder blush. This powder blush though is very special. I think we all know what blush this is. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush. So we've got Mood Exposure, Incandescent Electra, and Luminous Flush, which is the more pinky one. You can see which one I've loved the most, which is Mood Exposure. It's really, really beautiful, but it's definitely more of a neutral blush. It's not very pink, but it gives you a really beautiful and just kind of oomph to the skin, okay? Now, these blushes are baked, so they're not just pressed and matte. They have a lot of luminosity to them, but they can be really useful if you're doing a look like this, where you want to look like you have a 3D glow, but you still want to wear a little bit of powder. So I'm putting on a little bit of all of them. I'm just kind of taking my brush like this. Now this palette is older, so you might not be able to get this exact one with just these three colors, but they definitely do one every Christmas, or at least they used to, and now I think they just have one that they do all the time, which is amazing because, I mean, it was so handy. I'm just putting a little bit of that blush here, and just a little bit, about 3/4 of the way under my eye. Whatever's left, I'm not dipping in anything more. And that again, like I said, is gonna give me that kind of all over glow. Whether I wanna add any of that to my cheeks yet, not quite sure. I'm gonna wait and just kind of see how all of this sets. That's another great tip, is when you're applying cream products, when you're applying your foundations, give your skin a second to kind of let everything just melt in together. Just so you can see really what finish you're getting, what coverage you have, because everything is going to change. Even the color might change. I mean, you're really just, you're just letting it kind of warm up to your skin if you give it a few minutes, and it makes it so much better looking. Okay, I'm gonna fill in my brows. I was going to do it before I started filming, and then I was like, no, because then that's gonna take away of all of that beautiful glow that I'm going to get through my brows. And I don't mean like making your brows look glowy. I just mean because I make it such a point to always put my blush and my bronzer through my eyelid up through my brow, because like I said, that it makes it the most natural looking. So if I don't do that step, I feel very naked. I feel very unbalanced. Now, again, you want to look nice and youthful, glowing, and ethereal. So don't spend too much time making your brows look super constructed, if that makes sense. If you have brow gel that you like to use, do that. Don't try to make them look like you tried too hard. You know, just give them a nice brush up, throw some pencil in there if you have one, if you like that, or some brow gel, some colored brow gel. This is the Precision Pencil in Ash Blonde from Jane Iredale, and I can say that this is probably the best eyebrow pencil that I've used in probably 5 or 6 years. It's very, very good. I'm very happy with it. I definitely will be using it again. I have one eyebrow that takes 1 minute to do, and this other eyebrow is just, no matter what I do, it will never look good. Have you guys ever heard of the saying, eyebrows should be sisters, not twins? So when you're doing your eyebrows, don't worry if they're not as symmetrical, because they're really not supposed to be. I remember a girl that used to do makeup. She was extremely talented, and she always said that perfect eyebrows made you look like a robot. There was something very not natural, very like robotic about them, and it always made me laugh. So don't worry. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving, you know? Don't stress. Don't stress. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty now. I'm going to take this little brightening pencil. This one, I actually don't think they make anymore. This is from Benefit. And I'm going to put this right here in the corner of my eye. This was seriously the best pencil, and that's why I've kept it for so long, because it really is the best color. It's just pink enough that it looks really, really bright. And you can just blend it out. You can use your fingertips if you want. There are tons of other ones out there, so don't get caught up if one doesn't exist anymore. That just goes boop, makes you look so much brighter, super healthy, nice and glowing. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now I'm just taking black mascara. You can use brown, but I think the black still looks really beautiful with this look. Actually, I've never owned brown mascara. Now what you can do for this look is choose to do just the top. You see how that changes my eye shape immediately? It actually gives me shape. I was just looking at this video about face reading. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I didn't know it until this morning. But this face reader woman was talking about how when you have like larger eyes that are more protruding or like bulging eyes, then you are able to read people really well. And you're able to see things that other people don't. Like maybe you're able to see like other dimensions. So I thought that was pretty cool because my eyes, I feel like they just never stop growing. My eyes are bigger and bigger every day. My eyebrows didn't turn out too bad for just doing them in 1 second. Maybe you guys are my good luck charms. Okay, so with mascara, you can do the top, where your eyes are going to look nice and big and wide open. You can do the bottom, and that's going to give you that doe-eyed effect, which is also super beautiful. Totally up to you. Maybe we'll decide how to do it afterwards. Okay, we're gonna take our red lip liner, or if you're wearing a berry or a pink, use a corresponding color to that, or still use red, you know, whatever you like. I have a lip balm on because it always helps my lip liners and lipsticks to go on better. I always start kind of from the middle and just make sure that everything is filled in. Then I go starting from the edge of my mouth because my lips are smaller. So if you start from the edge of your mouth on the outside and work your way up, it creates a larger, fuller looking lip, of course, without looking too unnatural. Okay, should look like this. Or however your lips are shaped. If you don't want to wear a lipstick, you can always use a lip stain. Again, from Benefit, this is called Benetint, and it comes out to a bit of a red berry type. Okay. This is the red that I was talking about. I'm going to apply it with a lip brush, if I can. It's very creamy. This is from Estee Lauder. This is the Illuminating Shine in the number 914 Unpredictable. One of my all-time favorites. I think it's so beautiful. A true red. This brush is from Laura Mercier. It is an eyeliner brush. Going to lightly do that. Okay. I love this brush because it's flat. So normally a lipstick brush, this is an actual, oh no, this is a concealer brush, but normally a lip brush will kind of look like this, but it's just very hard because the tip is more tapered, so it's not like completely flat, so you can't get a very precise line. This is completely flat, a square. So you can just go up and just create the most perfect line ever. Okay, I'm gonna wipe that off. And then I'm just gonna kind of go back. I also love this look, this lipstick, for this look, also because it's very shiny. So you still get that same kind of ethereal glow. And do you see how I have this, kind of like this build-up line? I'm just going to dab. And then I can say, oh, my lip line's kind of uneven. Get off my teeth. Maybe you might want to blot again. And one thing about any lipstick really is take the time to give yourself some layering. So just like I put my lip liner on, then I put my lipstick on, then I did another layer of lip liner. It just ensures that you have that beautiful, vibrant color. And something with lipstick is don't rush, because once you apply your lipstick in a really opaque kind of way that you want it, it'll last all day and it'll give you a little bit more longevity in terms of having to touch up and having that, like, you know, stress of thinking about your lipstick. I think we should put on some mascara underneath, but you want to avoid any eyeliner. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Hopefully my blemish kind of looks like a beauty mark from there. That would be nice. And let's just make the lashes look a little bit thicker on top. Now, you didn't need too much for this look. Anything you have at home is going to be great. And like I said, keep layering. Keep doing, you know, what you want with this. You can even take a little bit of red lip gloss. This is from Shiseido. Give it some more dimension. So cute. I love that. Oh, that makes it like nice and bright, very almost glittery shiny. Okay. Again, this should not take 32 minutes. This should really take you about 10 or 15 minutes. The longest part should be the emphasis on your lipstick. If you are going for this look, I think this is a beautiful look, maybe even for Chinese New Year. This is a very beautiful look also for going out. If you're wearing something that has more of a brighter pattern, or maybe something that's a little bit louder and you want to have more of a subdued look, but you still want to have a pop of color, beautiful, absolutely stunning. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. I hope you found this useful and found some good tips in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.